Your grandmother kept cash in a coffee can, not because she hated banks, not because she didn't understand money. She just knew herself. If the money sat in an account where she could see the number on a screen, it might disappear little by little. Groceries, bills, small emergencies, life. So she hid it. That old tin pushed to the back of a cabinet was more than storage. It was a lesson. Money was something you kept in the dark, waiting for something bad to happen. And maybe you grew up around that feeling too. A house where nobody said it out loud, but everyone believed it. People like us don't really get ahead. We survive, we manage, we make it work, but we don't build wealth. That belief becomes dangerous when it goes unquestioned, because after enough years, it stops feeling like fear. It starts feeling like truth. This is the invisible ceiling. Most people never see it. They just keep bumping into it for the rest of their lives. They earn more, but stay the same. Dream more, but act the same. Want more, but choose what feels familiar. And then there are people like you. People who can feel that something about the script is wrong. You can't always explain it, but somewhere inside you, there's a quiet discomfort. A feeling that the map you were handed doesn't match the world you're standing in. That feeling matters, because it usually means you're standing at the line between surviving and building. But crossing that line is uncomfortable. Nobody talks about that part. People make change look glamorous online, like one bold decision transforms everything overnight. It doesn't. Usually it feels like confusion, loneliness, second-guessing yourself in silence. You start reading at night, watching videos with headphones on, learning skills nobody around you cares about yet. You begin building a private future inside your mind long before anyone else can see it. And that can feel isolating. Your friends still want the same weekends, the same habits, the same conversations. Meanwhile, you're changing. Not loudly, not dramatically, but enough to feel distance growing. There may come a night, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning, where you stare at the ceiling and wonder if the whole thing is stupid, if you're chasing something unrealistic. And then the old voices return. Nobody from where you're from ever does this. People like us don't become wealthy. Be realistic. That moment is normal. Every person who builds something meaningful meets doubt in the dark. The difference is what happens next. You get up anyway. Because once you've seen the ceiling, pretending it isn't there becomes impossible. Now let's make it practical. Imagine two people, Jake and Marcus. Both start with $50,000. Jake wants visible success. He buys a rental property. Now he has something impressive to point at: a house, rent checks, leverage. On paper, it looks smart, but real life shows up quickly. Repairs, vacancies, unexpected costs, phone calls at bad times. The asset owns some of his time. Marcus takes the same $50,000 and buys a low-cost index fund. No excitement, no bragging rights, no photos for social media, just a boring decision. Then he adds $300 every month. For the first few years, Jake looks like he's winning. Marcus just has numbers on a screen. Jake has something tangible. But wealth is often invisible in the beginning. 20 years later, the picture changes. Marcus has nearly $500,000 built through consistency, patience, and compounding. Jake may have done well too, but he paid in stress, debt, time, and attention. That's the lesson most people learn too late. Assets first, lifestyle second, every single time. Then one day, if you stay consistent long enough, something strange can happen. You cross a number you once thought would change everything. Maybe 6 figures, maybe 7. And it doesn't feel the way you imagined. No fireworks, no music, no magical transformation. Just a quiet moment on an ordinary day. Because money solves many problems, but it does not automatically create identity, peace, or belonging. In fact, becoming the first person in your family to build wealth can feel complicated. You love where you came from, but you no longer think the same way. You sit at the same tables, hear the same conversations, see the same patterns, and realize you changed while everyone else stayed familiar. That gap can feel lonely. Nobody warns you that growth sometimes creates emotional distance before it creates financial freedom. And then you begin to understand something deeper. The wealthy don't just earn more. They think in systems. They build structures, assets that support other assets, decisions that make future decisions easier. They stop trading time for every dollar. They make money work in layers. That's why generational wealth is not just a number in an account. It's a new starting line. It means the people after you begin life with options you never had. Confidence you had to earn. Knowledge you had to find alone. Breathing room you had to create from scratch. Maybe your grandmother had a coffee can. Maybe you have investment accounts. Maybe your children will have ownership, opportunity, and a completely different relationship with money. That is how ceilings disappear. Not through luck, not through one big break. Through thousands of quiet decisions nobody applauds while you're making them. The machine opens every morning. It rewards consistency. It rewards patience. It rewards builders. The capital compounds. The habits compound. The distance compounds. And for almost everyone, it starts small. A first saved $100. A first invested $200. A first month of discipline. A first year of thinking differently. So stop staring at the ceiling. Start building the floor. Subscribe to Silent Finance for more.